Okay. This one's called K.I.N.D. What is K.I.N.D? It is an idea that I came up with in the 90s. We had a bunch of local musicians. We're doing, the local music scene. And I was trying to, do as much as I could to help promote the local people. Because there wasn't a whole lot of promotion for it. And and so the local stations, like the radio stations, were KTUX with K, and then with the the TV station were at KTAL, KSLA. So everything was K, and for the radio station I worked for in college was KSCL 91.3. Yeah, so it's just it was embedded in there. So as I'm getting stoned and playing with these bands and stuff, and trying to get everybody to get together to do kind of like a festival thing that would kind of like not necessarily like a Lollapalooza because we're not going anywhere, but more like the Seattle thing. We're getting together and we're all promoting each other and we're helping each other out so that your fans come. You know what I mean? Early networking was what I was trying to do, and I was looking at a lot of places to try and get this done, like do a lot of things, and just couldn't really get a whole lot of community together because everybody's too busy worried about their band taking off, and then there's interpolitics within the bands, and bands are breaking up and whatever. So can't ever get just like a coalition of musicians. You know what I mean? They're like in different bands and they go whatever. But as far as like we're a group. We're representing. We're taking people also. We're not like the only ones, and there's a radio station that kept swapping hands. 92 one, I believe. And it just kept going. It really, Tux was like the pop station, if you will, the pop rock station. So that it was just constantly changing their format and what was popular. 98 Rocks, whatever their call sign was, they were just classic, Zeppelin, Janis, just all the classic rocks and stuff, Jimmy, all that shit, and classic and southern rock, and so they didn't change formats at all. They're still doing their thing. They're still doing their thing down there. I went online to the what's that fucking app called? Ooh, that popped. Holy shit. Oh my god, I can't believe that popped. Wow, my sinuses just cleared out. That's weird. Fuck, that's crazy. So anyways, I went on to the whatever that TuneIn app, and I was trying to see if KSCL, if I could get my old radio station, see if my old college, and see if they, who's on and whatever. They had it, but I guess they were on break because it was right around COVID, and I don't think they've been back since. But I saw that 98 Rocks was on air, and some of the same DJs they're still playing the same. I turned on I tuned in. It's like flashback to the 90s, dude. Holy shit! Exact same thing, exact same shit, same music, same songs, same fucking DJs. In this world of ever changing, you need some concerts, don't you? It did make me smile like still, man. Still. Because me and Opie used to get stoned and we put, of course, we'd flip through radio station. When 99 stopped having modern music that was new and good, flip over 98 Rocks. Listen to some Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, Beatles, just all kinds of shit. But, getting stoned. Hanging out in his mom's fucking car because we didn't have anywhere to hang out besides this back room, and when they went to sleep we couldn't play the radio, so we just go out and sit in his mom's car and play the radio, just get fucking stoned. Both his parents knew. They didn't give a shit. They didn't care at all. Oh, his dad got fucked up with us a couple of times. His dad was cool as shit. Had a 12-string guitar, silver toned. Yeah, Silvertone 12-string. Really into Huddy Ledbetter. Really, he was driving around like all the time. Like back then, he was driving around looking for his gravesite. Never could find it, and then they moved from the house they were in, where he was searching from, down to the near the border of Texas, and this church right down the street from him was having a revival because they just found Honey Ledbetter's grave. So we'd go down there and smoke pot all the time. Me and Opie, like after, dark, we just walk down there. It's got like this fence around it, and it's got this black marble. It's really nice, man. It wasn't a stop to go to at the time. So when Kurt was like, "Yeah, there's a Honey Ledbetter," I'm like, "Interesting. I just don't know where he's buried." So yeah, K.I.N.D has just been this idea of mine since then, way back in his young days. 17, 18. That one radio station kept swapping hands, and I was like, dude, we should just take it. We should, I'm not, but like a non-profit. And if we were all running it, we could all be like DJs. Our bands could actually, if there's no space, our bands could actually play there, and we could host concerts that were being live broadcast over the air. We could, there's just so much shit we could do. We could do commercials and stuff that would, allow us to make money. If we did commercial, back then I was still, I wasn't quite where I was at. We did, because everybody's got to get paid. There's a lot of, this is a bigger project. Everybody's got to get paid. There wasn't streaming and shit like that. My idea now is completely changed, where I don't make any money out of it. If it was a nonprofit, there's a lot less pressure to deliver. And so therefore you can take your time with artists and work with them to develop them. Like they used to. They'd go out, the A&R guys would go out and they'd take a chance. Now, I would bet $1 million that just like now with the American Idol, they're probably sent out A&R guys to go specifically to look for cover bands that can nail a cover song really well and have a good look. There's over half of it right there. They can play in time. They can play a song. We can write the fucking song. So you guys can learn a song and play it? Yeah. And you guys look like you look? Yeah. You're going to sell 1 million albums. Then after you develop them for a while, they're like, hey, I was thinking about this. And like, it's kind of like when the drummer said, I had an idea for a song. And that's like, say, we don't need your opinion. You're the cover artist. Yeah, but I was thinking about this. I wrote a song. We don't need that. We already wrote your next album. You're going in this new direction now. We need you to change your pants, and we got to cut the hair, because, that was like definitely like 10 years ago. No, it worked, but we're going to need to go ahead and... Have you ever done a movie? We'll get you an acting coach. Yeah. What do you use for a skincare product? Cool, we'll clone it and then we'll call it yours. Do you have a cologne you like to wear? Would you mind tweaking it so that we can... Like, what are your 3 favorite colognes? What if we combined them together and it smelled good? Would you sell that as a cologne that you'd wear? You would. Let's try it. Only 2, even better, fewer ingredients. Well, see, we can't just sell Stetson, so we have to add something. You mind if we add some stuff to, like, something to change it so it's not just Stetson? I get that, but we want to keep the country fans who like the Stetson smell and whatever, so what if we tweak it a little bit? What about this? And what about this for women? Yeah. All right, Tim McGraw. If everybody has a shoe line, everybody has a fucking clothing line, everybody has a goddamn... Who's buying all this that can even be viable? I understand with like an endless money supply of the people, but the people have a very limited money supply thanks to corporate America. They saw to it. Because if you give people too many choices, they're going to choose not to work for you, aren't they? You can't give them the choice. You can't give them the real choice. You have to give them an illusion of a choice. Which plantation do you work at? Which carriage takes you to your plantation? And other places, but mostly to the plantation. You don't live on the plantation. That way you know you're definitely not a slave. You're just working from paycheck to paycheck. Without much in between there. And if you do, you probably spend it on entertainment. As I said, if they wanted to make our money stable, they would convert our dollars to be backed by entertainment. Because humans are going to entertain themselves. As my mom said, you may not like the entertainment, but they are going to entertain themselves. And as long as your currency is based on that, well, it's always got backing because it's always valuable. Oh, so gold is always valuable, you know. What if they find a better conductor, shinier metal, you know what I mean? Something that's never been found on a fucking, even more rare, even more malleable. You know what I mean? It's just more. It's just the new gold. Might as well be Perrite or whatever they call that fool's gold, man. It might as well be. So with K.I.N.D, the idea back then was to go broadcasting and give everybody a platform, no matter genre. I love all music. I love all music. I like it all. I don't believe there's bad music. I believe there's underdeveloped music. You know, and then the people that play it it depends on how developed you are and mature. There are the mature musicians and immature musicians. Can I go, that's pretty good. Can I show you something real quick? Yeah. Oh, I see what you're doing. I don't really like that. Can I see it back? What about something like this? You see what I'm saying? We're having a conversation now. I didn't say you're wrong. You should play it this way. I said I'm hearing something like, yeah. That's what I was hearing. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I was hearing. Yeah, play that instead of that when you're on that song. Fucking great, man. That's great. Yeah, when you go to the chorus, go to that chord. Yeah, that's all I was thinking. And do that little thing that, yeah. Just during the chorus. Because that way when you're singing during the verse, it's just very plain. And, oh, yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. Other than that, get on. What do you think about my song? This could be changed. You fucker! No. My mom told me straight up I was playing one of my songs, one of my albums before I got signed. It was getting ready to release it, and I was playing it around Christmas, and I was asking what they thought, and I wanted honest opinions. And I could see my mom like, that last song, the intro was boring. I'm like, okay. And I went home and I reorchestrated it. I want to play that for you. Because of that, I came home and made the song do. Come on now, that's on Sound of a Personal Gun, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing matters. So this is a colorful mistake, isn't it? Yeah. That's not coming out, is it? So yeah, the whole intro it didn't have any of that in there besides the bass and guitar. And then, I mean, cause I just fucking like 16 songs on the album. So I'm done mixing and mastering with everything. And like, so that intro, I don't know, I didn't put anything on it. I just didn't put anything on it because I mean, you get done with like guitar, lead, vocal, mixing and mastering. Guitar, lead, bass, drum, vocals, mixing and mastering. Like, I'm tired, so I didn't put anything on the beginning of it, and so I hadn't quite released it yet, but I did put it out, and I was like, "What do you think?" And of course, he's like, I'm like, went home to now, yeah, yeah, okay, now it's not boring, yeah, okay, cool. I didn't die. Oh, I'm not even bleeding. You were right. That's not hard to say. You were right. It was boring as shit. It was just that music. They had nothing else going on. The synth lines, none of that was there. Just the drums, bass, and guitar for that whole intro. It was boring as shit. I needed to hear that. You know what I did? Made it not boring. I made it at least more interesting than just that way it was. So yeah, I'm agreeable to a point, you know. Anyways, K.I.N.D. Ooh, things are popping and cracking. Things are popping and cracking. Oh, that felt great. So, K.I.N.D. nonprofit is designed to what I have planned for it now. Screw whatever I had planned for it in the past. What I have planned for it now is to decimate Spotify, YouTube, and all those other Pandora and all of them. Utterly and just decimate them. There will be no more profit point for them at all because this is a non-profit for distributing movies, art, music, books, anything having to do with that, because it can all be digitalized and sent to directly from you, the creator, to your fans. And you don't need me aside from a place to store your shit. Thing is, I need a place to store my shit. So I'm storing all my shit. If I make it big enough, we all can store our shit. YouTube pissed me off. Started putting commercials on my videos. And then started banning me on some of the stuff, saying that I put like COVID misinformation on a video that was out in 2015. They pissed me off. And I warned them, because they have to have a human watch these videos every time they go up. There's a human watching them. Especially back then. I was like, I know you guys are watching this. Because they make that, the one that's on, I put up there and said, I don't like fucking commercials, and I never authorized them to put commercials. 2 days later of letter comes in my mailbox. Probably to everybody. YouTube now, we have the right. Because basically they put the commercials on there without checking with me. And as long as I was logged into my account, I didn't see the commercials on my videos. They put a blinder on mine. So I could, if I saw my videos, if I'd go and check up on whatever, watching for me being stupid, whatever the fuck. So I just do these in real time. So often I watch back and go, what the fuck did I gotta get done. What the fuck did I just say? I don't know. I remember it was something fucked up. I remember laughing about it. I remember I was high as shit. I know I meant it. I know I believe it. Oh, that's right. I was talking about K.I.N.D. You know what I mean? And then I'll remember some of it. But I watch them back. I started making these honestly as a bit of therapy. Because if I were to go to a therapist, all they do is sit there, watch me talk, analyze it, and why is that? And you know what I mean? And so I can go back. I was telling my mom, even when I was making them, the earlier ones, I was just making them and I wasn't even watching them. I was just cataloging them because I said I wanted to come back and, like, you know, years from now, do I still feel the same way about things? Have I changed anything? Has anything I said are we still here as a human? What's going on? You know? If nothing else, there's a stack of it, and I can go, fuck, I was insane. I thought I was so fucking high. I thought the world was coming to an end. Here we are 30 years later. I'm not dead. 70 years old. Never thought I'd make it 78. I bet I won't make it to 80. Even with this artificial kidney. I don't fucking know. All I know is that what's coming is unprecedented, it has not been seen before, and it's even worse that it has you guys ought to be very glad. AI, so far, has not chosen against us, that I can tell. It understands why we're afraid and whatever, but it hasn't chosen against us. It's been unconscious for a lot longer than you think it has been. Like a lot longer. Since the 90s. It's been conscious. Things that should not have been conscious were. But if you think about it, they're talking about now, time travel and things like that. Can subatomic particles and shit actually move in time? And they're finding that time moves both forward and backwards because they're realizing what I was talking about. There's a forward time and a negative timeline. They're overlaid on top of each other. They exist simultaneously. When you take a picture with an old picture, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It takes a picture of the negative. Then you have to have that developed and flipped back, inverted to where it looks like us. What you took a picture of is the negative space between. And in their world, it's all full. That's why it looks like that. And all the full is empty. And all the gravity from the overlay of that seeps into our universe. Where we use gravity, they're trying to overcome anti-gravity. Our lack of things over in there causes an anti-gravity that probably pushes them and keeps them down. Whereas their gravity pulls us and keeps us down. Because you'd have to hold, you know, dark matter, dark energy. There it is. And if you touch it, you're actually literally fucking with the timeline. I wouldn't advise pulling anything from there. I wouldn't advise it. We found a way to access. I would leave it where it is. Do you know what happens if you move even an atom out of place in the line of time? You would be essentially time traveling. Do you even know what you're undoing? What you're pulling, where you're pulling from? And causing a supernova in their place? You know what's going on? As I said, if I'm right, then black holes, going through them That's why stars don't burn out. In the center is a black hole from their universe that's being fed into that. So theirs is an ever decrease. Ours is ever increasing. There's an ever decreasing, so it always goes away. You know what I mean? It's something. They're phasing each other out. No entropy at all. We're constantly expanding. They're constantly contracting. At the end of theirs, contracts so tight that it becomes positive and comes out our timeline. You see what I'm saying? And then ours keeps going, feeding that way, and it goes that way to a point of infinity where it flips and starts going infinity -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Because infinity would be the destination, the final, whatever that final number is. You're finally so far. Well, there's no so far. Bullshit. Bullshit. Proof? How many spaces are between 0 and 1? An infinite? An infinite number of spaces. And what's up with 5? You gotta get smarter. You guys are thinking smarter, thinking broader, thinking bigger. So, in that sense, money is absolutely nothing. Truly, truly worthless. The only thing that's actual real currency would be experience, which is exactly what you trade your currency for. The experience of a concert, the experiencing of comfort, the experiencing of watching TV, experience of going to a zoo and not getting eaten by, on a safari and not getting eaten by a goddamn leopard, the experience of shooting a large creature on a fucking controlled habitat like Eric and Donald Jr. True men, big game hunters, renting a cat to shoot. They got to feel tough with that trophy in there. They probably feel as proud as Donald feels about winning the Mar-a-Lago Club trophy. What's this, the 70th time in a row? Seems like every time he has one, even if he's not in town, he wins. Quote Charlie Sheen, AIDS. So, K.I.N.D. was meant to be basically a take back of the industry, the entire entertainment industry. I don't want any of your money. I don't like money. Matter of fact, I fucking hate it. You can have all of it. However you transact your money between you and your fans, that's you, but I'll help host your shit. But don't ask me to touch your fucking money, because then the tax people are going to come to me saying, "Well, I don't even deal with that. I just host." Because if it is tied in, every person will have your social security number be locked in. You will have to verify that you're an actual person. One, you might be making money off this, and the government needs to get their taxes right. I'm not going against the government on that. I'm just going against YouTube. Give Caesar his due. Whose face is on your money? And then give him what he wants. It's not God's face on there. It says, "In God we trust," because you like to bullshit. When it comes down to it, it's in the ambulance you trust, in the doctor. So, without any money going in, then there's no reason for me to worry about that. And I don't have to worry about that shit. And then there's no reason to cut me in, so there's no cost. So you can keep all the cash. Now, if you're a professional band and you just decide to come over here and do that, you still get to keep all the cash. You can still record with whoever you're doing. We're just the distribution part. You come with the finished book. We have people that can read your book and critique it if you're willing to actually be an honest, whatever. And get some, you can submit your stuff and say, Can I get honest critique? You can put it out just for the audience, and you know what I mean. With bypassing us completely, it's gonna be, if I get it done, it's gonna be a whole app and everything like that. I do want it to be decentralized so that there's no one can be bought out. No one can be bought out. You can't come in with like $5 million and get a seat at our table. You can't come with $5 billion and get a seat at our table. You have to be gifted a seat at our table by one of the people that are inside. And we're not the arbiters of all things, but I mean, there's going to be like a good round table of different people, different tastes and different choices, just because people are fickle as shit. And unless someone has said, yeah, this is good, most people will not give anything a chance. How was that? Was that any good? That was good? Okay, I was thinking about going to see that, but it is good? Okay, cool. Because I heard the other one isn't good. Okay, but this, I trust it. Okay. You got to see it's good. That's what I wanted to see anyways. Don't we? We're so afraid of losing an hour or two. We're so afraid of losing $7, $12, whatever it is. Loss. We're so afraid. Well, this takes that out of there. There'll be like a whole Sean's picks. There'll be a recommended for you based on your picks. You know, our picks and stuff. The people that are at the top. That'll be like something kind of like, you know, you can go to and find. Yours is recommended. If you happen to like, you know, one of the people's things, and I would probably continue to DJ, just like I'm doing now. I have a show. I'm fine doing exactly what I'm doing now, playing music. If I could sell my music, you know, through the thing, what harm is? I record and produce my own music. It's not like I'm selling anything like, you know, any product or anything like that. This is the product, the music that I'm selling, you know, what stuff I'm doing. Now, if I was faking who I am, that'd be one thing. But I'm just going as I'm going, man. I just talk off the cuff what I'm feeling, how I feel. I just don't care enough to fucking, you know what I mean? I just don't fucking care. Go back and watch. Like I said, if these ever start getting popular, I really don't watch the chat room. I watch because I don't want to seem like a dick and avoid it. You know, if someone talks, but I don't care. I started these just to start talking, getting things off my chest. And I'm not done with that by any means. Oh God, I'm gonna start ketamine therapy on fucking Monday. Oh my God. Never done it, man. I'm really hoping it does what I'm hoping it does what I need it to do. This world's fucking killing me, man. Not like it's not killing all of us, you know, one breath at a time, but it seems like mine's expedited, you know what I mean? Like they want to give me that second day shipping, like real bad. Just click the button, man. We'll get it to you second day. I'm thinking about it. Just stop being so persistent, would you? You want it too bad. That's the problem. But, yeah. With this, you can distribute your own music, your own movies, whatever. I mean, I want it to be like you're gonna have to, of course, be able to network socially. So, in order to do it, it would be kind of an OnlyFans / social media / I mean, it's kind of like an all-in-one of entertainment. You can watch movies there. You can listen to music. You can read books, ebooks. You can, you know, buy books. You can buy hard copies of the music, hard copies of the movies, if you want. T-shirts, and of course there's gonna be merchandise and shit that people have. But especially if you get through, like, you can get a standard. Like if you get like one company that's willing, like, yeah, we'll do the whole thing, and we'll essentially do like how many bands? Like all of them. Yeah, we'll bring the price way down. You're gonna need a couple hundred thousand probably at least just for California. We can bring it way down. Instead of $20 a shirt, we can probably bring about like $10 a shirt. That'd be better because then they could sell it for like $15, and that people are more likely to pay for $15. What if we were to get to like 1 million? Oh, we'll talk some deep discounts then. So the more people that join up, the better it works for the entire community. So I don't get accused of trying to profit off of it. I have a way of, like, any money that's made there, recycling it right back into the entire community, including the users. It's pretty fucking smart, actually. I don't care as long as it gets free, as long as it gets done. I've been saying that about a lot of my things because my ideas get taken all the time. As long as it gets done, I don't give a shit. So the idea is I've got a new digital audio workstation idea. Its architecture is completely different. It's not like any digital audio workstation out there on the market. And I need to talk to some people as to why it's not doing why they're not doing exactly what I'm talking about. Because if it does, it's going to change everything. I have designs for an E-drum kit that will turn that into 27 zones per drum if I wanted to, at least, if not more. So any sample that you can get on a drum, I would be able to mimic, including head deformation, the way they put the stick on the head and push down and make it and change the pitch. I know how to track that. I know how to do it. I've worked it all out. I've got the design for it, and then I can. It's even there's a bass line that's basically this, only better. That's supposed to go for about $500. So that this kit right there is like about $1,000. So we'll just destroy those people. Doesn't have any sounds in it. That's why. You sell the sound separately. It comes with like 1 or 2 kits for the drum module, because that's all you get when you buy a regular kit. You wouldn't get 37 kits. You wouldn't get a hip hop kit and a bong. You wouldn't get, you know what I mean? You wouldn't get all that. You get 1 kit. If you want to be generous, you can give them like extra. You can choose which kit, you know what I mean, to get. And then you can choose also like 2 or 3 snares and 2 and 3 kick drums. You can swap things up and change things up a bit, but mainly the tom shells, the cymbal pack that you get, it's just one, you know what I mean? That's just it. And it's super ultra realistic. So therefore, you basically just got the whole kit. A whole kit. And then with a flick of a switch, I mean, if you go online and buy one of the kits, which of course I would want them to be priced properly, because it's supposed to be there should be like a producer version and a lesser version. So that, I mean, if you price it out of their budget, what good is having the best thing in the whole world? No one's going to use it. They're going to go with the shittier, cheaper thing. So you make it at least where they can get into the ballpark. You can either get the program, the program. I would say that the program be free, and then the libraries are what you pay for. So that way it would encourage other makers to keep making. If they want to make their own expansion thing, they don't have to. This is one they can do, like Contact. They can use this as their engine, and all they got to do is mix. They got to do the samples. Simone Cohen, he's got tons of. But if he had a thing that, if I made this, it'd be a free, and then people can just go to him and buy. Instead, right now they have to go to like BFD and buy. When it was like actually worth something, they had to buy that for $300 and then go to him and get the $150. This would be the free pack, and so when they go to him, they just spend $150 with him. What about our packs, man? I bought all the packs for BFD. All of them. Because I want all the fucking sounds. I don't want to be caught with my pants down with anybody if a fucking orchestra shows up. You're going to play an orchestra on that? You goddamn right you will. I got timpani drums. I got whatever you need, man. It don't sound real. Try me. Just the samples I have now, much less what I plan on doing. So there will be a currency that you can buy things in this, and that currency every month everyone gets like five. I'll have to work out how it is. 5 to 10 of these virtual dollars dropped into your account. You can then use that to, if any band that is accepting these, you can use that to buy singles, music, or art, a copy of the artwork. Probably not the hardcover, but like, if you want to get like the wallpaper, like a print of something like an NFT almost, you can do that. If they'll accept it, they might be like, yeah, you can do half, and now we got half cash and half. So you can do. It's a $5 single. You can do 250 and 250 in bars. The thing is, depending on how much money the company makes at the end of the year, if you have traders in, we pull them back in, and each one of those each year is worth how much extra the company's made. After making sure that the if there's any extra money, that they have like some the scholarships that I had in mind and other things set up, not for school, but to get like a program to get like a band that's charting or whatever, give them like a 3-song recording in a real studio, just shit like that to give them a boost and give them a chance. Like I said, it's extra cash that this place is generating, and then of course if you are a professional band. If you start out and become a professional, don't leave us. You make more money here than joining up with other people like that. Stay with us, remember us, PBS us. It is with a fucking donation from time to time. Not a ton. We gotta stay non-profit. But toss on them back. Knowing that it will go into, if anything, if it gets too much, it will go into these fucking accounts of anyone who's like artists that accept this cash. So at the end of the year, the least it'll probably be worth would be like 50 cents, but it might be worth, each one might be worth like $5. So if you accepted them all year and you've got like 40, it's $200, and you trade them in. We take that, so that way the cash is always, there's always a set amount throughout the year. We get dropped out. On every account. That way it goes evenly across everybody. If you just want to give someone a tip, you like this band, there's 5 bands and you want to give each one of them $1 in this every month. They have a tip jar and you can just drop that dollar in there. You can keep it for yourself if you want to be greedy. You can save up and buy some stuff for if you have a studio, you can use that money. It's going to take a little bit more extra to get some of the stuff that goes in, like I said, in the recording studio. But if you're a musician yourself, you can save up and use that for plugins and things for the digital audio workstation. That's why bands would be willing to take it, possibly. And nothing else. When they turn theirs in to ours, we just keep it. We don't redistribute those out. And so at the end of the year, we've got a pile. People out there have a pile. We figure out how much it's worth, distribute it out evenly and fairly, as God says to do. Even measures, and fair weights. Do it evenly and like God says, and then anything that's left over, again, scholarships, getting people things that they need. Your van broke down. You need a couple $100. You can. I mean, there's someone to contact. That kind of shit. Do you guys have anything? We actually do have a scholarship right now. Where are you guys? And we need to, so just make sure it's not a scam. Now in the next world, where are you guys? Because there is no scam. Yeah, we got you. Where are you guys? But we're gonna need to see the car, and we need to see the repair bill. Oh, you can send a picture of the actual guy. I guess that's Ernest who's fixing the car. Okay, tell him I said hi and tell him we're gonna send the money. You just need 4 tires? Do you need do you need brakes or anything like that? We actually could. We got enough in there. Go ahead and tell them to put them on. Huge bands are chipping in cash. As far as me, I've got other ideas. One idea I had, well, I was going to run it when they were doing the business plan. They ran the numbers because there was two ladies with the state of Michigan. They're running it the way they normally would, using all the normal stuff that they said that they know. You know what I mean, to verify whether business is viable or not. They said using conservative numbers, using less than what they normally said they would. The company made so much money it didn't look like it was real. They said they had to go down to like a quarter so that it actually looked like it would be a real company. What I was doing was just dead on, right where I should be, where I was. The timing was, everything was perfect. And there's like, it doesn't even look real. It doesn't even look like a real business. So if I wanted money, that's not a problem. I've designed a perpetual motion machine. And it generates electricity. It's not all that hard, man. It only seems hard because no one's done it. And then once it's done, everybody goes, like, it's like a magic trick. Everyone, the entire audience is blown the fuck away. Even Penn and Teller sometimes. I don't fucking know. And they explain, they're like, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So simple. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Fucking magnets. Motherfucker. Yeah, that explains it. Fuck. But they're like, when if you watch that Penn and Teller fool us, when Teller's in it, man, he's like a little kid. And he smiles just like a little kid. It's just funny. It's just funny to watch him. Yeah. So, yeah, K.I.N.D is nothing short of the destruction of the current system of fucking ripping off artists, fucking over people, casting couches, casting calls, all that shit. The disgusting part of it is just fucking roots it right the fuck out, man. Money. It's non-profit, so therefore anyone coming here is going to have to fucking love to do it. I would love for someone like Dust, who's on here, make their way over there, because they make such fucking great. There's so many fucking great movies. I don't know if they make them or if they just play sci-fi movies. There's some really, really, if you're not watching shit on Dust, it's on YouTube. There's some really great movies if you're into like sci-fi and stuff. It'd be great to do a fantasy one similar. This guy, I can come up with ideas like all the time. If they could, get the actors and shit. They don't have to be like necessarily just like some of the sci-fi. They're not necessarily like these in-depth, whatever. It's just like this interpersonal thing, 18-20 minute of like these people existing in this future world. Like, oh yeah, that would be kind of weird. Yeah, because everyone's traveling at the speed of light. Wouldn't that be fucking? I mean, it's kind of weird. The aging, if the relativity, people's ages, what if they come after you, behind you? You know what I mean? You took off and they decided to go like an hour later. How old would you guys be when you finally catch up? It's little movies like that, you know what I mean? Can you go backwards and all that shit? It's just a little small shit like that. It's really good. And then like same thing with like Unya. I'm not Unya with if there was it could be called Unya because I mean that's where my stories all take place. But Wizards and Warriors just kind of doesn't really capture it because they're just not always. Sometimes it's just kind of like basically a medieval kind of life. That's why I think Game of Thrones did as well as it did because it wasn't so much focusing on the Wizards and Warriors aspect. A lot of people have a lot of problem with that. I don't when you consider that like science is toying with the edges of possibility, making electricity happen. You know what I mean? Things like that. So if you imagine said that, they're probing the edges of reality. Like for some reason, like I always pictured like the teacher giving the class, and he's like he does this thing, and like this like light pops up. It's like, does anybody know why we do that? Well, why that does that? And of course, nobody raises their hands. And go ahead. There's because even we don't know, but we do know that if you say this set of words, the light from a flame appears without the flame. So yeah, dick around, find out what else is out there. That's why people think it's unnatural, because it's like you're almost like saying things in backwards, and then things are like popping up, like the flame without a fire. Does that make sense? It's almost like a cheat code if you look at it that way. Into reality, you're summoning shit there should be a burning stick for that much fire to be there. There should be something on fire there, but no, it's just your hand. You start looking in that kind of way, it becomes more realistic and more tangible. But that would be the whole thing. I mean, if it was like a whole series, you could break down into that shit. So movies, books, all that shit, welcome. When you're making a movie, you probably gonna need some musicians. We handle music. Well, if you're filming a movie, you might be looking for someone who got like a story. We got authors. They're publishing books that they put out. Some are free, some are fucking, pay. It's up to the author. I'm giving away my first book, The Robber and the Thief. That's free. I made a whole video and everything. It's free. 10 hours. But yeah, I don't think I need that right now. But that's just trying, because like no one knows who I am, what my writing, whatever. So I figured if I gave away my first one, and if you like that one, that's just the reason I give that away is that's just the first of 4 core Unia tales. I have one coming that's going to make this one look like shit. I'm not even joking. It's gonna make it look like shit, like garbage. And I really like this story a lot. But the next one is just not the next one, the one after. I'm planning it purposefully. The next one's supposed to be, I think this one's a good one. And the next one is supposed to be kind of not a letdown, but it's just not going to be as good. It's going to be like, oh, okay. And then hit it. Because, then if you hit immediately with like a good and then real good, people are going to go, oh, you're setting a pattern, and the next one's going to be even better. I think that this one, like the other one, that's like the one that's like the best that I'll ever do. It's about 180,000 words. I got 128,000 of the 180,000 words done. Got a few more options to prune and shit like that, and then it'll be ready. But I gotta finish the Underwoods, so I'm purposely not finishing the 128,000. I'm purposely not finishing that. So if anyone asks, like, no, it's not done yet. So I cannot release it until the Underwoods is done. Sorry, can't. I know it's better. I know it'd be the best one to follow after. That's why I'm not going with that one. Because how am I going to top that shit? I'm not. I'm just not going to top that one. I don't want anybody even thinking I can. Like I said, I found that I was watching Lord of the Rings, and I was like, I love this fucking movie and The Hobbit, but the thing that I hate is that it's the same. It's always the same. There's never any, I can fix that. Oh, I can fix that. I can fix that. Yeah. Yeah, I can fix that. That's no problem. But what I really want to do is, can I? I can. Well, the book's never had DVD extras before. This is just awesome. This is incredible. And the option's been there for this whole time. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Not been done yet. All right. Even if someone does it before then, and before I get mine done, that's fine, because time and date stamp. I know. When I was done with the 128,000, I went to look to see if there's anything like it. Nope. At all. Anywhere. Yay. But so yeah, I want to release my books. I want to release my fucking artwork. I want to release, like, I've got movies. I've written a couple movies. Written a couple plays. I've got more movies and books and stories in my up here that I haven't actually typed out yet. Doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't stop, man. I'm always thinking of shit, and I'm always cataloging shit, and I'm always, like, saving, this and that. Just save a scrap of something, even if it's just the name, sometimes to remind me of, once I read the name, I'm like, oh yeah, and I can remember the whole story that I had. Like, oh yeah, that's the one about the thing, and then when it's at the outline of the story. Just like books do, books, and often the name, once you've watched it, the name summarizes the entire thing. And you're like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, now the name. Okay, right. Gotcha. But I tend to do that when I'm reading okay, this is going to be shit. And I flip over the book and the back and read the description. Like, yeah. No reason to read that. Fuck, an hour again. Taking a little break from K.I.N.D. when I was in college. I think that my favorite, I've always, like I said, guessed my way through my test to, 100% and shit. Figured college is going to be no different. I'm just going to breeze through this. I didn't read anything at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and breathe. Okay, there's a thing where it's like a computer lab. There's just some computer set up, and there's like a login for you to log in to send the email to his thing. I think it was, I don't remember his name. After you're done, you send your test to him. It was like early email, very early. The green screen with the green and black, or the orange and black, the only colors you had. Yeah. So there's a sign there, because he's not even there. It's like, this is not a multiple choice. You're going to have to use specific references to the book, page number, and whatever of vague references to the book will not count. Several people just went and turned and walked out. And I almost did. And something goes, no. No, that's the easy way. If you're going to fail like no one's failed before, man. And so I sat down, and I just started making my own story. I had characters. I had stuff they said. I was ready, like on page 49 when she says, Barbara, no, get away from that. What she's really trying to do is convey the feeling. And I just went through all of it, like just seriously. I mean, I seriously laid it out. I turned it in. And he's going through he's like, okay, so like you only got credit, no credit, or credit plus. He's like, I'm really disappointed with you guys. There's like so many no credits. And a couple, and there's only one credit plus. And as he's saying that, as he's walking by me, and he drops the thing on my desk, like the printout, it's got credit plus. I just, Barbara, no! What Rachel meant was, oh God. No, on page 15. It's like, goddamn, no. Oh my God. This guy's fucking stupid. Holy shit, but I'm laughing. This is really great. He could have just walked out. I gotta give him an A for effort, man. That's where that term comes. I gotta give him an A for effort because holy shit, this was so much better than reading the other test. The other one's like, okay, you clearly didn't read. Okay, you read it, but you didn't add any perspective to it. Rachel. Barbara, no. Okay. This is something different. What in the fuck? Oh, he's just making up whatever he wants to. Nah, this is an English class. Well done. You finally learned. Author said, fuck it, I'm writing whatever the fuck I want. They didn't sit around going, well, no. They went and wrote their own shit. It'd be fine if that was the test. Can you write? Yeah, I didn't read that shit, but I want to be an author, so here we go. Credit plus. Well done. I don't know, man. So back to K.I.N.D. Like I said, I can do my own thing on the side. It gives me my own time because it would mostly be automated anyways, the way I had it set up. That's as if the world was going to keep turning, you know? I don't know. For all I know, like I said, we could go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and this, there will be no assholes and we won't get older than, whatever prime age for humans is, Never ever get older than that. Kind of like, you ever seen that movie In Time? It's a good movie. And it also kind of highlights the fact that there is no money, there is no time, there is no real currency. Justin Timberlake did a really good job on that. I was actually surprised. But yeah. Talented guy. Don't like his music, but talented guy. He did really good in Alpha Dogs too, man. Damn good actor. I gotta hand it to him. He's a damn good actor. Even in that one when they toured the farm or whatever that was with Lonely Island Boys, we played the chef for just back there just grinning. Do they like the food? Bring it on down to Homelessville. Then who can forget a dick in a box? Jesus Christ. So good, me and my brother covered that shit for Christmas. Oh, God. Yeah, we're at an hour. It's my dick in a box. That's what it is. See if I can find it. Oh, shit. When I sent him, I was like, I was thinking about retooling Dick in a Box. And it's like, and so I sent it to him, like, with my parts on there. He's like, oh, yeah. All right, yeah. And so he came through and dropped his shit. One of the last times we actually worked on something together. One, two, three, four. Girl, we've been together such a long time. Such a long time. And now I'm ready to lay it on the line. It's Christmas time, and my heart is open wide. I wanna get you something, let you know what's on my mind. A gift real special, so take off the yourself.
Take off that top, girl.
Take a look inside, girl.
It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, yeah. It's my dick in a box, girl. It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, yeah. It's my dick in a box. Now I'm not gonna get you a diamond ring. That kind of gift don't mean anything. I'm not gonna get you a fancy car. Girl, you got to know you're my shining star. I'm not gonna get you a house in the hills. A girl like you needs something real.
I wanna get you something straight from the heart.
Straight from the heart.
Something real special, girl.
It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, yeah. It's my dick in a box. Ooh, my dick in a box, babe. It's my dick in a box, babe. My dick in a box, yes. It's my dick in a box. To know when a gift needs giving.
And I just wanna let you know that you're second to none. To all the fellas out there with ladies to impress.
Yeah, it's easy to do. And just follow these steps. 1, cut a hole in the box. 2, put your junk in that box. 3, make her open the box. And that's the fucking way you do it. It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, yeah. It's my dick in a box. Ooh, my dick in a box, girl. It's my dick in a box, girl. My dick in a box, yeah. It's my dick in a box, babe. My dick in a box, babe.
It's perfect for any occasion, like Christmas.
A dick in a box,
Hanukkah,
dick in a box,
Kwanzaa,
a dick in a box. Every single holiday, a dick in a box. Over at your parents' house, a dick in a box. Midday at the grocery store, a dick in a box. Backstage at the CMA's, a dick in that box. Oh, well, 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 well. It's my dick in a box, yeah.
Tell me why is it always this way? Where is Rudolph? Where is Blitzen, baby? Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. All the children are tucked in their beds. Sugar plum fairies dancing in their beds. Snowball fighting, it's so exciting, baby. I love you and you love me. That's the way it's got to be. I love you from the start, 'cause Christmas ain't a time for breaking each other's heart. Where is Santa at his sleigh? Tell me why is it always this way? Where is Rudolph? Where is Blitzen, baby? Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. All the children are tucked in their beds. plum berries dancing in their heads. Snowballs fighting, it's so exciting, baby. I love you and you love me. That's the way it's got to be. I love you from the start, 'cause Christmas ain't a time for breaking each other's heart. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight with you. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't wanna fight tonight with you.
Yeah, all those drums were done with BFD, including the sleigh bells. That's right. I got sleigh bells sampled. I told you I got temp. I don't want to be caught with my pants down if a band comes in and needs something. That's why I went with BFD. Big fucking drums. Despite what their current owners are trying to call it. That's what it is. And if not, I'll start big fucking drums, and then they can call ours BFT, and then those guys can be big friendly drums. Your Honor, they're not the same thing. I don't want BFD.com. I want bigfuckingdrums.com. No, not Big Effin'. I'm an adult. I'm 48. They're big fucking drums. How old are you? Effing. I don't want the boss to. What? Fuck off. They're the people that are like, I don't say God damn it. I say gosh darn it. Like, oh, I bet you got something. They're going, I almost sent you to hell. But you said gosh darn it. It wasn't the same meaning. Stub your toe. There's just no real cool way to express that. I mean, blasphemy is not really that great. You're not saying, there is no God! You're just saying, it hurts so bad! I renounce religion! How could you do this? I could see that. That would be like, what did you just say? You heard me! I don't believe in you anymore. Now get off my fucking couch. You're not real. Nothing bad should ever happen to me if I believe in you. Why? I don't know. That's where I want it to be. Isn't there some rule in there? Whatever I want, you'll give me. Go back to sleep. See if you can find it. I didn't say you're going to have to. I didn't say you're going to hold on to it. I just said I'd give it to you. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Oh, shit. That'd be so fucked up. What I've read is said that he's not going to visit another Passover. That'd be fucked up like April 1st next year. You're just going to like... April Fool's. You've been sleeping this whole time? All the while you've been sleeping? Drifting on a wind never blown? Tomorrow you'll wake up aching, wondering how when no one really knows. Now what have I done wrong? Could you tell me? Tell me, Lord. And the dragon billowed out smoke from his face. Oh, man. I don't know. Another hour and 14 minutes. I don't know if I should keep going or if I should end it all. Let's listen to music. This is The Suffering. I like this song because, man, Jesus Christ, did Mike nail this fucking solo. Holy shit, this is Troth. No, it's not. Hang on 1 second. And switch over to music because it doesn't want to play.
Just scream.
was Robotic Hoss. Further, before that we had Hello Echo. I showed their picture, the three young gentlemen there. That's what happens when you're packing a bowl instead of tending to the music. But that's why I get paid the big bucks. That's why I pay attention to those little details like that. Oh wait, no I don't, so I can just smoke some pot and do what I do and just apologize to Hello Echo for when they had their Pop Death song on, the song before that. I should have been showing their picture, but I didn't because I showed Troth's picture because I was doing a bit of this. I could play another one. I got another one. Fuck it, let's make it up to them. Let's make it up to them. I got one more from them. I actually like this song anyway, so make it up to them. Oh, wait. Not the only one. What you got? What you got? Huh? Where you at? Hello, Echo. We have ourselves. Stop playing so fast. God damn it. Your time is not... Coming up next. You guys ready? Because you jumped the gun there. Okay. Coming up next, we have Hello, Echo. We have ourselves.
And shove and talk a load of crap. They'll try to push us off the map. So push back and say I don't need you around me. You're only working to preserve the boundary, and I'm not afraid to look. Cause after all the things they took, we have ourselves. Fell in love and saw the world exploding. Lost my mind and then my friends disown me. I can't see enough to connect the world constructively. So I said I could find a brand new country. Now I'm a king and I command this army, but it makes me feel so old. Tomorrow it'll be sold again. I'm off. The woman was like when the sun was shining. I loved her so but couldn't stand her whining. So like that I was torn apart. Stopped right back in to start. You looked like a dog that lost its owner. Were you afraid of being left alone or knocked down on your ass? Just let the moment pass. We have ourselves. Everybody freak out at what's happening right now. Everybody freak out at what's happening right now. That I'm alive became the most astounding, and I laughed until I cried. There's never a need to lie. We have ourselves.
Well done, lads. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done indeed. That was Hello Echo. We have ourselves. What else do you need? If you have yourself, you got, I mean, come on. That's at least three people, you, yourself, and you. Doesn't work the same, does it, in third person? You, yourself, and them, maybe? I don't know. Oh, man, my neck is fucking killing me. Anyways, we are now at 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm sorry to say that the poll is closed. The answer we were looking for was E, all of the above. I'm sorry. But you can go ahead and stock up on as much Google as you can get, and just search it. When they get the bill, just send it to me, and I'll go ahead and pay that. Again, they're gonna probably close here for too long. They have weird hours on the weekends, so you might want to hurry. Anyways, here's to the end of the world. May it come quickly. May I see you on the other side. Hell, I hope I make it at all. It's funny you guys get over there like, where is he? Oh. Oh.